Well, welcome to May's update. So the tank is 13 months old now, and there has been some new additions. You can probably see a couple. So we've got new fish, new coral, new dosing, possibly a new direction in the tank. We're having a change in nutrients. We've got a few new critters. So yeah, let's talk through what's been going on this last month. So on the, I think 18th of May, I went to an event called Love to Reef in the UK. Just a marine fish show, pretty much the only marine only fish show in the country. And right next to AAC, which is one of the leading shops within marine life in the UK. Brought back some goodies. Still yet to mount one coral, as you can see. But yeah, so let me take you down to the bottom first. As you can see, we've had some changes down here, and we're now dosing reef elements A and B. So they just get put in, and we've added a little power head here to mix it right, because they've got to be mixed, else it will just be a calcium sludge in the bottom. But if anyone can see, that is the DD H2 Ocean P4. I've had an absolute nightmare with this, so I don't know if anyone else has got this doser, but on the home screen, if you go on, it will tell you how much it can dose in 60 seconds. That doesn't account for what it actually doses in 60 seconds, because if I put of how much when I calibrate it in 5 seconds, if it doesn't match up to the flow rate, it will not accept it. So you kind of have to guess how much to dose. So I'm currently trying to dial in the dosing, so I'm testing daily, and it started yesterday. So my ALK has risen from 6.3 to 7.2, and calcium is stayed the same. So I'm in a chat room after the Love to Reef event, and we've got Jose in there, who is the CEO of Reef Elements, and I've asked him quite a few questions, and he replies to them all to give me all the information. So let's have a quick look at the new. So I've got this lovely clam, if it'll focus. There we go, that is a Durasa clam. I've got this at Love to Reef. If anyone's seen any of the videos from either Yorkshire Reefer, Jay's Real Reef or Marcus's Aquarium, you'll see there was a whole stand from ASC dedicated to clams. And it was really the only thing I went for. So that is a Durasa clam. Absolutely stunning piece. Put it on the sand bed. So you're getting plenty of light from the 4-puck AI Hydra 64. Also picked up, I think it's an AAC limeberry. So if you ever look at their display tank, they've got a huge green staghorn coral. That is that. So if you ever see that, I've got a slice of AAC, and already, as you look right there, if I zoom in, you can see we've got a bit of growth here on the right hand side. Right, and to my other corals, if anyone remembers on the last video, this forest fire, that arm snapped off on the left hand side. Now that has grown in 4 weeks, and pretty much the whole tank in the last 4 weeks has grown. Now I put most of these corals in December. Most of them, pretty much all of them, apart from obviously the clam, the AAC limeberry and the lepto there, are all from Prestige Reef. None of them really grew. We had a little bit of growth maybe from the Pavona only, and now all of a sudden I'm getting crazy growth. So in the last 4 weeks everything has grown really well, and if I have a look here, I said last time I didn't have any much hope for this, but this coral is starting to thrive. There's so much more growth on there, it'll focus. There you go. The polyps are getting bigger and they're spreading round to the back. I think this coral, not out of the woods yet, but I think that might survive. That's a milky stylophora, I believe. And the, as I nickname it, the Kung Pao chicken on the top. It's started to grow and it's getting its coloration back. But I am dosing, I'll show you what I'm else dosing. I think I showed you last time, but it's doing really well and I will dose this section today. The Hystrix is just popping. Look how much growth that is. Same with the Setosa there. It's now attached to that rock that side. Now we always had struggles with the candy cane here, but as you can see it's really puffed up. Or the little one head's not this time, just for the camera, just to annoy me. Now my nitrates and phosphates have gone down to 0 pretty much. Haven't had a dino flatulence outbreak, which I am prone to in this tank. But as you can see, my GSP wall is struggling a bit, but I am dosing once a week the mud, and when you dose that, your day after, your corals absolutely pop. Colours, the polyps are overextended, and you can really tell that you've dosed it. A load of feeding tentacles come out. So what else have we got? We've got this coral down here. If it will focus, there we go. That's really starting to grow and colour. It's kind of a silvery bluey, I don't know how to, but that is growing crazy. I've had about 3 or 4 centimetres growth. And again, go round to the Pavona, which is looking stunning. It's really grown onto the rock. Frag plug's completely covered. And you can see there is my new fish. Very scared. Scared little fish that is. I was hoping to get it swimming around, but that is a Midas blenny. Pretty much my favourite fish. I love it. It's kind of a pinky purpley, orangey, bluey, every kind of colour all mixed into one. Then the other coral is my jack-o'-lantern. Can you remember when this went black? I think in January, if it'll focus. Almost there. That's overgrown on the frag plug now. Got eyes. Plenty of eyes. And doing well. The Duncan, again, I think, looked like it was splitting to more heads. You see just under, oh, when it goes up, you can see just under, looks like a new head coming, maybe, I don't know. But that's never really ever had growth. The Zoas, looking yellow, doing Zoery things. Now I've got all the digis on top, the red, green and blue, I'll call them the 3 sisters. The red one, again, you can see all the basing out on the plug. The green in the middle is really based out, and we've got them 2 little nubbins on the bottom, which will be branching. And the blue one, you can see the heads are starting to split into 2. I don't know if you can. 2 little heads there, so they're growing as well. Now, hopefully with this dosing the new reef's elements, we'll start to see some more growth, really excel, maybe better coloration than I did with the Alpha Reef. But I'm debating whether to start a refugium down here, but when I was at Love to Reef, I did win a new skimmer. So it was a £300 Aqua Vista 125. So I'm debating on whether to put a skimmer in, even though my nutrients are low anyway, or do it natural with a refugium. I can't decide. Now, what else we noticed with the tank is I've struggled with bubble algae, as you can see on that. But I added 3 3 crabs in here, so the 3 emeralds. And last time when you look, all of this was covered. Now they're eating it at an alarming rate, and as you can see my power heads, I have to clean them pretty much daily. So it is coming out. Right, I'm just going to add, you just stay there, I'm going to get the CBE, so I'm just going to pause the video for a sec. Right, we're back. I don't know if you can hear the noises for the water. I'm trying to dial this in. It's never been good. I can dial it in for about 2 or 3 weeks and it will stop. And then it will do this, or it will overflow. You can see the Midas Blenny is out. Absolutely stunning fish. Looking for dinner. Thinks it's getting dinner, but the corals are. So I'm going to add this. This is what CBE. Just add a tiny bit. I'll just tip it in at the minute. I will be dosing, but my dosing line is just, I need a doser for it. So I'll just tip a little bit in. We call it Disney juice because it looks like Disney villain juice. Put that in and let it filter through, and the corals will absolutely love it. Disney villain juice. Now let's take you over here. So these have been my test results. Here's all my test results slightly. As you can see, my phosphate 0.02, nitrate 0, alkaline right down, calcium down, magnesium, I'm happy. But up here, I've got what I need. So that is my alkaline 7 to 7.5, calcium 380 to 440. So I've got a little bit more to do to get the calcium, but my alk's up, but my calcium's down. So I might need a bit more of one than the other. But yeah, other than that, back to the tank. Put this back on. Let that mix. But yeah, that's about it really. Other than that, simply running is all we've got in here. Is the filter mat, bio balls, and a bag of Roaphos, which is done now. And that's it. So that is the update from May. Hopefully we'll see you in June, and I'll probably have a fan attached to my temperature controller, because hopefully we'll get some nice weather. Not too much nice now, as you can see, dull, raining. That's summer, folks. Right, see you in June.